can you please retell the story of you telling the Montreal general manager how it's going to be? You want X amount of dollars, and if not, I'm going to walk. And they folded like a wet paper bag.
That's a good story. That's my gambler side, I guess. So, long story short, after the Harden visit, I signed a 3-year deal. It's the biggest contract back then, which is not like today's dollar, but back then it was the biggest contract for the team. That contract comes up because it's a lockout year, right? So lockout year, I go play in Sweden for after the season. My contract's up. So then everybody's messed up because there's a 24% rollback. So the qualifying offer is not the same, blah, blah, blah. And they don't know the terms. Like it's the first time there's a lockout with a salary cap. Long story short, I told my agent, okay, we're going to get a 3-year deal for sure, roughly similar to what I got before, which before I signed was a 3-year deal, 16.5 for 3 years. That was like a big contract for back 2003. Then the contract was up, but they're coming with, yeah, we're going to qualify you at 4.5 for 1 year, but if you want 3 years, we're going to give you $4 million a year. I'm like, what the fuck? And that year we beat Boston, went to the All-Star game. So it's not like if I had a bad year. The other way, I was in the top. I went like, we beat Boston in Game 7. I went to the All-Star game. I won the gold medal for with the World Cup with Brodeur and Luongo. So I was right up there. So I don't get it. So all that to say, it keeps dragging. July 1st comes, then boom, training camp starts. They don't want to give me the contract. They want to give me 1 year my qualifying. So my agent, that's like 3 days before the opening of the camp. My agent, Donnie Meehan, sends me the fax. He's like, yeah, they're going to give you 1 year, 4.5, which is, I was making 6 the year before, but with the 24% rollback, that 6 became 4.5. I'm like, you know what? I'll sign 4.5 for 1 year. I'll have a good year, and I'll go free agent somewhere else. That was my thought process because I was pissed. So I signed the contract for 1 year. They tried to bluff me. I signed the contract, send them back. And Bob Gainey was the GM back then. And I have no problem with Bob. Signed the contract. I think, okay, I tell my wife, I'm like, okay, 1 year, 4.5. I mean, let's just put the working boots back on. So 2 hours after, my agent called me and said, we got them where we wanted. They moved up to 3 years, 15.250. I remember like yesterday, 15.250 for 3 years. So my agent thinks it's a done deal. But I'm so pissed off that they dragged me all the way. So it's like 15, so whatever that comes out. But I'm like, Donnie, no, it doesn't make sense. I said, I had 16.5. I said, I need a round number. Call them back, say 16 millions for 3 years. Then my agent, he's like, Theo, what are you talking about? You're leaving 15.250 on the table. I mean, it's pretty much what we wanted. He said, you're willing. He told, these are the words. He said, you want to risk 750 over 3 years to lose that deal? He said, you really want to take that chance? Right away, I answered. I said, it's not my decision. Call them and ask them if they're willing to risk 750 to lose for 3 years. Not my decision. Tell them it's 16. If they want to lose me, forget. That's fine. He called back, said his words. I remember like yesterday, I was like 25. He said, you have balls like an elephant. No, you have balls of steel. That's what he said exactly. I'm like, well, call them. I said, why would I take the decision to say, oh, I don't want to lose? Tell them they're going to lose. Call me back 30 seconds after. He said, okay, we got a deal, 16 for 3 years. I'm like, well, there we go. So that fucking 750 paid for my plane. There we go. Thanks.
I'm getting shades of Slapshot. No, call Detroit. Tell them bullshit.
Yeah, tell them. Trade me right. No. But it just I get too emotional in situations. Same thing why I left Denver. I should have stayed in Denver. When I went to Washington, Denver was offering me a 3-year deal because I came off a strong year. But I'm like, listen, your contract makes no sense. I'm willing to take less. I know I could get more in the free agency. I'll take less, but you got to be there. They didn't want to reach that mill. And I was right because I was asking for 4 a year for 3 years. And I went to Washington. I got 4.5. So I knew it, but I was willing to take less. But there's always a limit. But looking back, should have stayed in Denver. But because I had Jeff Hackett, Tony Granado was the head coach, who was a buddy of mine. And obviously I went to Washington thinking we're going to win a cup, which we could have because we had a good team. But you make some good calls, some bad calls. That was a bad call.
Did you ever get a signing bonus or a bonus for winning the Hart and the Vezina?
Oh, a lot of bonuses.
How much?
A lot of bonuses because that's another thing. Another thing I hold up because contract. I won the Vezina and Hart when I was playing my 25 years old. Like I was 25, right? So after 23 years old, played a full year. I had a good year. Like I played 30 games, but like 5 shutouts. I almost won the Roger Crawser, like good stats, right? So my contract's up. And they didn't want to give me, again, the contract I wanted, which my agent, and I wasn't being greedy. I was willing to take 2 years, I was going to take 1.2 and 1.3 with no bonuses for 2 years. They didn't want that. So my agent says, okay, that's when he did a great job. He says, finally, at the end of the day, listen to this one, I still hold up for camp. I had no arbitration right. I was 23. Like, I mean, they could have left me home. I wasn't even the number one, but I just hold out. I didn't go to camp. Just, again, being cocky or overconfident, call it the way you want. Didn't show up to camp. So people were putting pressure. You got to bring Theo back, blah, blah, blah. So they didn't want to give me my 1.2. So I got 1.150 and I got 1 million or 170, whatever, and 1.1. But crazy bonuses on the back end where my bonuses would roll over into the salary as the following year. So I end up signing that after I missed all training camp. And that year I made $1 million, but I had 800,000 in bonuses. That's before the Hart and the Vezina. So the following year, I was willing to take 1.3 straight up. But the following year, because of my bonuses was roll over, I started the season at 1.750, which is the year I won my Hart and Vezina. But I did myself a nice graph with all my bonuses. 20 wins, 50,000. 25 wins, another 70. First off, I had everything. And then I was playing all the games because Jeff Hackett got hurt. So every time I'm like, okay, if I get 2 more wins, click. And then the Vezina and the Hart, it was half $500,000 for each major award. So do the math. But again, that's not me. That's my agent did a great job because then I was like first or second All-Star game. That was, I think, 250. Then the Vezina and the Hart, 500 each, plus what I got during the season. But all that to say, I would have signed 1.2 and 1.3 with no bonuses. They didn't want to give it to me. I signed for less, but my agent just loaded on the bonuses, and it turned out that, like, they probably said, okay, he's not going to win the freaking Vezina Hart. He's barely a number one goalie. That's what they thought, but it turned out to be good timing. And then I won the Hart and Vezina, and my contract was up. So then I was like,
hey, man, you earned it.
oh, just good timing. That was when I agree with you. That I was lucky. That was luck. Good timing. That was good timing.
How much did you lose
Fun
in taxes?
times.
How much did you lose in taxes on that one?
56% usually.
Oh, it's like 52 right off the bat of your salary. But then again, your agent goes on top of that. That's not tax deductible. Everything you spend up in Quebec anyway, like the tax sales tax. You buy like a suit, it's 16% tax. So when you do the math, it's like you're getting taxed pretty big. That's why I always say, like, people are like, oh, Lane Hudson, oh, he did a big pay cut. Settle down. He's based in the U.S. His withholding tax is 15%. He gets the money up front with the bonuses. He could reinvest it. It's a good contract for both. But I mean, he didn't leave that much money on the table. That's what I'm saying. And it's great. It's a great deal for Montreal, salary-wise. But Lane Hudson did not sign for $8 million a year. When you do the math, if you do the proper math and with the deduction, and because he's U.S. citizen, he's still making the same money as a guy that makes $9 million somewhere else, 9.2. But it's perfect. Just got to know your stuff.
Yeah, you learn that once you move to Florida.
That's why I live here.
Yeah.
Good weather, no state tax, right?
That's right.
State tax.
And then
a lot of deduction.
But federal
Your,
taxes,
a-
are right.
your agent is tax deduction, the interest if you have a mortgage, there's a lot of deductions. So it's a big plus, obviously, for players to come here. Even though I'm not saying you come here just because of that, you want to play somewhere where you're wanted, but it's a big advantage, that's for sure.
Hey, more hockey content. It's might be old, it might be new, it might be a full episode, it might be a half episode, but you can click these boxes because who doesn't like clicking boxes?